guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video all about the values. So back when I did a poll regarding what videos you guys wanted to see, a lot of you want to see videos on how to choose hotels. So I thought I'd break it up into the values, moderates, and deluxes and give you some actual prices as well as some other information like the beds and stuff like that. So this video is going to be all about the moderates. I have my notes here. And what I did for these prices is I just priced out one night, and I priced out a night from Tuesday, October 8th of 2019 to Wednesday, October 9th of 2019. And I priced it for 2 adults and 2 kids. Now, the thing with this is the 2 children do not affect the price of the room. If you added a 3rd adult, then it would affect the price of the room. But you're paying the same if you have 2 adults and no kids, or 2 adults and 1 kid, or 2 adults and 2 kids. Now this is just for the room, not tickets or dining. But then if you were to add a 3rd adult, all of the hotels charge a fee for a 3rd or 4th adult per night. Hopefully that makes sense. So like I said, for the sake of this video, Tuesday, October 8th to Wednesday, October 9th of 2019, and I just entered 2 adults and 2 kids ages 10 and 8. But like I said, the kids don't really affect this. So we're going to start with the all-star resorts. So this is all-star movies, all-star music, and all-star sports. And currently they have double beds in their rooms. Now, if you had like an accessible room, like for a wheelchair, you might get a king bed, but you cannot pay for a king bed. And at this point, you can't it's standard that the rooms have double beds. Now, they are going through, it is my understanding that they're going through and modifying all of the value resort rooms to include queen beds like they've already done at Pop Century. But for right now, Disney is still advertising that the All-Stars all have double beds. So that's what you should expect if you go into one of those hotels. So the standard rooms at all 3 of the All-Stars, All-Star Music, Movies, and Sports, are $143.01 for this one night, October 8th to the 9th. Now, the preferred room at All-Star Movies came out at $172.52. Same at All-Star Music, $172.52. And the preferred room at All-Star Sports was $166.85. Like I said, all double beds. Now, moving on to Pop Century. The beds there are king or queen beds. So the standard room at Pop Century, and like I mentioned in numerous videos, they're just a little bit more than the other, than the All-Stars. So a standard room at Pop Century came out to be $158.63. A standard pool view room came out to $164.25. A preferred came out to be $180, and a preferred pool view is $190.13. If you're not familiar, preferred room means you are you're guaranteed to be in a building that is closer to the main building, the food court, transportation, that kind of thing. Some of these hotels are extremely large, and so if you don't have a preferred room, you may have to walk quite a bit. You can request a certain room or building or section, but it is not guaranteed unless you pay for a preferred room. Like I've also mentioned many times, the views. So at the value and moderates, when it says a view, your room opens to the outside. So you have a public, communal hallway that goes past your room. So in terms of a view, you're looking past the hallway. And when you do that, or I should say because of that, a lot of people, I want to say most people, keep their curtains closed. So you don't really have much of a view if your curtains are closed the whole time. So take that into account. Now, if you're saying a pool view, if you're seeing the pool, you're probably pretty close to the pool. So you'll probably be paying more for the location in that case. If you have kids and you just want to be near the pool, I would think it would be worth it to pay for a pool view room in that case, but not necessarily because of the actual view, because you're probably going to keep your curtains closed. Some people keep them open, but I feel like most keep them closed because otherwise people walking by are just looking in your rooms. Moving on to Art of Animation. Now this is the most expensive of the value resorts. So Art of Animation has, oh, heavens, let me backtrack a second. All-Star Music has family suites. I completely forgot about it. The family suite at All Star Music for the one night came out to $340.50. I'll bring that number up again in a second. So All Star Art of Animation has two different room types. They have the standard rooms and then they have the family suites. The standard rooms are themed to the Little Mermaid, and that has either 2 double beds or 1 king bed. And the price is $194.63. So compared to the other standard prices of $143 and $158, you can see it's quite a bit more. Okay, so now the family suites. Whoever, Disney has Lion King family suites, Cars family suites, and the Finding Nemo family suites. So they also have the option to book, it's just labeled as family suite, and then the theme is assigned upon check-in. So you might get a Finding Nemo family suite, which is a little bit more, or you might get Cars, Lion King, you don't know. So the Lion King and Cars, and then the category that's just labeled as family suite, runs at $444.38 per night. And the Finding Nemo family suite was not available for me to price out exactly for this specific date, but it runs about $13 a night more than the other suites. So if the other suites are $444.38, 13 would be $457. Yes, $457 approximately for one night. So you can see why it, a lot of times if you have the option, it's cheaper to book a room and a moderate that holds 5 people than one of these family suites, because it's quite a bit. And if you don't know how much it costs, stay tuned for another video because I will be doing the moderates next. It's a lot of information here. Okay, so the beds. The beds at Art of Animation for the family suites, Lion King, Cars, Nemo, all of them, have 1 queen bed, 1 double-sized table bed, and 1 double-sized sleeper sofa. So those are your bedding options there. Let's see. Dogs. I was going to mention that as well. So Disney hotels have started allowing dogs, like non-service animal dogs, so just pets, and they are allowed in certain hotels only and in certain sections of those hotels. So at Art of Animation is the value resort that is allowing dogs, and they are allowing them in the standard Little Mermaid section, but it's not just the entire section. I guess they try to, I've not seen or brought a dog to Disney World. I should say I've not seen any pet dogs. I've only seen service animals there, but they are allowing them in the standard Little Mermaid section, but they're confined to a part of that section. So it's not like the entire section is just inundated with dogs. So if you want to stay in a standard Little Mermaid room, but are concerned about the dogs, you can always just request a room away from the dogs. Okay, so a couple of other things I wanted to mention. Construction. What kind of construction is happening at the values right now? So Art of Animation. Skyliner, they're doing construction for the new Skyliner until further notice is what it says. And in 2020, fall of 2020, I should say, the Big Blue Pool, which would be the Finding Nemo pool, will be under refurbishment as well. Now you can always, if you're staying at a hotel, you can use all of their pools, but just keep that in mind. And the other construction notice is for Pop Century, and beginning in winter of 2020, the Hippy Dippy pool is, how can you like say that with a straight face, the Hippy Dippy pool? The Hippy Dippy pool is going to be under construction as well. And additionally, they have construction for the Skyliner until further notice. Now the Skyliner is kind of like in between Art of Animation and Pop Century. So that's, I mean, they're gonna, if one has the Skyliner construction, the other is gonna have it as well. So it just says ongoing until further notice at this point. Moving on to the dining. So to the dining. All of the Valley resorts have a food court style dining. None of them have a sit down or table service restaurant. The food court would count, if you're using a dining plan, it counts as a quick service meal. So they all have a food court, and they all have pizza delivery as an option as well. Now, if you want to eat at a restaurant at another hotel, you can certainly do that. You do not have to be staying at that hotel to eat there. but just know that none of the value resorts have a table service or sit-down restaurant. So they all have food courts and they all have pizza delivery. Pop Century also has the Pedals Pool Bar. All Star Music has Singing Spirits Pool Bar. All Star Movies has Silver Screen Spirits Pool Bar. All Star Sports has Grandstand Spirits Pool Bar. And Art of Animation has the Drop Off Pool Bar. So I'm going to go ahead and say that that is in the area of the Finding Nemo, in the Finding Nemo section. If you have ever been there, if you stay there, they have, it's really cute. You just have to go see it. It's very neat to see. You know, they have it's themed to each section, and then the pool is themed to the same section as well. It's very cool. I've not stayed there, but we've run through there, and it is neat to see. Okay, transportation. Moving on to transportation. Currently, your only transportation option if you are staying at a value resort is a bus everywhere. Unless you want to walk from between Pop Century and Art of Animation. But other than that, which isn't really like going anywhere. But if you want to go to any of the parks, if you want to go to Disney Springs, water parks, whatever, you have to take a bus. Eventually, they're going to have the Skyliner, which is going to be between Art of Animation and Pop Century. So you could walk from those hotels to the Skyliner. And the Skyliner is going to go to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. But that is not set up yet. So right now, you only have the buses. Pools. In terms of the pools, what do they have? None of the value resorts have slides at their pools. The higher up the food chain you go, or the price chain, I guess you could price chain, is that? I don't think that's a thing. But the higher up you go in price, from values to moderates to deluxes, not only are the rooms bigger, and not only is there more theming, decor at those hotels, there's also more amenities, and that includes what you have at the pools. So the pools at the value resorts are kind of bare bones. I mean, it's themed. It's not like it's like a, I don't know, Super 8 square pool in the middle of nowhere with nothing. They do have some theming, but in terms of Disney pools, they're pretty bare bones. So Pop Century has 3 pools. The All-Stars each have 2 pools, and Art of Animation has 3 pools as well. Like I said, you can, if you're staying at a hotel, you can use any of the pools at your hotel. You're not allowed to use a pool at another hotel unless they, like if one is under construction and then they'll say like, oh, guests are allowed to use this pool during their stays. Sometimes they do that. And other than that, Yacht and Beach Club, which are deluxes, they share a pool. But in general, stick at your own hotel, but you can use any of the pools at your hotel. Toiletries. They have, for value resorts, they have bar soap by the sink, and then they have containers in the shower, like they have big communal containers that have shampoo, body wash, and conditioner. I thought it would seem cheap, but it really doesn't. I thought it seemed totally nice and fine. I mean, I had no issues with it. But they don't have the little individual bottles that they hand out anymore. And then your mouse keeper, when they come in to do your daily cleaning, they will check that and refill if needed. There's a key, you can't open it, like a guest just can't open it. You need to unlock it with a key. So you don't have to worry about the guests before you like tampering with it somehow. I know people really kind of flipped out about that when, oh crumb, oh well. I know people were really upset when Disney announced that they were doing this, and the comments I read, people like, oh my gosh, somebody's gonna put Nair in the shampoo or whatever. They can't, it's locked, you can't get in. So don't worry about it. Okay, all of the values have complimentary Wi-Fi. If you want to park at a value resort, it is per night, and it is $13 a night. You are charged at checkout. I was wondering this last time, it occurred to me pretty quickly. We're like, well, we didn't check in, we didn't go to the front desk to check in, so are they gonna know that we have a car? Yes, because you have to scan your magic band when you are pulling into the parking area of your hotel in order to get the gate to go up. So you're gonna scan your magic band and they're gonna see that you're bringing a car. So you're not getting out of paying a parking fee. They all have laundry and dry cleaning services. Laundry is usually near the pool area at values. Anything at moderates too. I'll have to check on that. For sure at the values there, it's usually in the pool area. Self-serve, pretty self-explanatory. We've done laundry at Disney several times and it's not a big deal. So if that's your thing, it is certainly an option. They also have merchandise delivery / pickup. So if you purchase something at one of the parks, but you don't want to carry it with you for the rest of the day, you can just ask them to ship it to your hotel. And the caveat there is you cannot be checking out the next day. So today's Saturday, and I'm going to purchase something in the park. If I want them to deliver it, I can't be checking out on Sunday. I have to be there at least until Monday. And then they'll ship it, and usually they will bring it to the gift shop in your hotel, and they'll hang on to it, and then you can just go pick it up at your hotel gift shop and then bring it to your room. So you don't have to carry it around the parks the rest of the day. Works out very, very well. We've done it many, many times. Have never had an issue. You can also have them, side note, you can also have them deliver your merchandise to the front of the park and pick it up at a gift shop there. That actually does not work out as well. We did that when we were checking out the following day and didn't want to hang on to things, but you need to allow at least, I think they said like 3 hours. So you have to be in the park for at least 3 more hours before you leave, in order to pick it up. And then they took a while to like get it. There was an issue. We only did it that one time. So, but it just wasn't as smooth as if you want to pick stuff up at your hotel gift shop. So you can do that at all of the Disney hotels, and it depends on what hotel you're at, but in the values, you usually pick it up at the gift shop. Oh, something else I want to mention. A lot of times Disney hosts like competitions for high school kids, and I imagine college kids too, but they'll host competitions, like they'll have cheerleading competitions, they'll have like different band or music competitions, stuff like that. When those groups stay there and they stay on property, if it is something like cheerleading, they usually stay at All-Star Sports. And if it's something like a band competition, they usually stay at All-Star Music. I have heard, I've not experienced, but I have heard some people complain when they've gone during the cheerleading competition weekend, which takes place at ESPN, that kids will be like outside in the communal like courtyard area practicing their cheerleading routine late at night, and that's kind of disrupted them. I'm sure if you contacted like the front desk or something, they would do something about it, because there are hours that you're expected to be quiet and reasonable. But I know that has been an issue as well. So if you are a super light sleeper and you're concerned about that kind of thing, like I'm absolutely a light sleeper, so I feel you. You might want to look into when is, the cheerleading, are there any kind of competitions going on, just in case, just so if you want to avoid those hotels at that time. So hopefully that makes sense. I know it's not really like a super fun video, but a lot of people have questions about approximate costs and things like that. So I wanted to give you the breakdown of each of these hotels. Hopefully we can like spice it up with some fun editing or something. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.